Victory Hill has a mission of empowering children and adults with a very broad range of special needs by providing the highest quality equine-assisted services and therapies in a supportive and inclusive environment. So we're here today to specifically mention our Horses for Heroes program. That is a trauma-informed equine-assisted learning model. So what does that mean?
Yeah.
What
does it mean?
We work with veterans, first responders, active military families, and we support them and their mental health through teaching them about horses. So horses are amazing teachers that can teach us so many different things about ourselves and the world that we live in. And they're just amazing. So through our focus on horsemanship, we address all sorts of mental health needs. Sometimes it's recreational. Sometimes the folks we work with just want to come and unwind for an hour and spend time with these amazing, beautiful animals. Absolutely.
Yes.
But a lot of times the veterans and first responders that we work with really deal with so much stress, anxiety, PTSD, depression, and the horses are incredible at healing and teaching them the skills that they need to manage those challenges and just live more successful lives.
And you teach them how to get started, I guess.
Right.
So
I am a PATH International certified equine specialist in mental health and learning. That's a mouthful.
Sure is.
But that just means I have a lot of education, a lot of training, and a lot of experience with trauma, how it affects us physiologically. And I love to teach others about why they are experiencing the challenges that they're experiencing in the way that they are. In other words, what has the trauma or the chronic stress that you've experienced, how has that affected the way your brain functions? So why are you having difficulty sleeping? Why are you having difficulty remembering things? Why is your executive function suffering? Why are your moods changing and unpredictable? Why are you having angry outbursts? So I really love to sit someone down and explain in very simple terms where the changes in their brain have occurred. And the best news is we can repair the damage.
Wow.
So we can teach them the skills they need to reverse the damage that's occurred and just give them a better quality of life. So we teach them the life skills that they need, things like meditation, deep breathing, all kinds of skills that can be used not just with horses. We get to practice with horses, which is so cool and lots of fun and very effective. But then they can take those tools back to their everyday life and really incorporate them. And it's through practicing those skills that we actually change the way the brain functions.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Got a website that you can tell people?
We do. I'm so glad you asked that, Kate. So our website is Victory Hill, T as in therapeutic, H as in horsemanship. So victoryhillth.org.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. So, all right, go ahead. Top that, Pete. Pete Maraday
Hi.
is here from Clear Path for Veterans.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So, yes, I am Pete Maraday. I'm the Hudson Valley Regional Manager with Clear Path for Veterans. We are an 11-year-old, almost 12-year-old veteran service organization, nonprofit veteran service organization that originated up in Chittenango, New York, up in central New York by Syracuse. We operate in 34 counties in New York State right now. We also have an affiliate in New England, in Massachusetts, over in the old Fort Devens. And we serve veterans, military members, and their families, and we do that unconditionally, regardless of era, branch of service, disability status, or characterization of discharge. What that means basically is if you raised your hand and you swore an oath, we're going to help you. We'll support you. And we do that through a variety of programs, beginning with our inaugural program, which is our canine program, our Assistance Dog International Certified Canine program. We provide highly trained service dogs to veterans that have been service-connected with PTSD, TBI, traumatic brain injury, and MST, which is military sexual trauma. That was really how we started. In fact, the program started 12 years ago as Dogs to Vets, is just a service dog program, and by our founder Melissa Spicer and 2 partners in Central New York that got the program up and running. But eventually we evolved and became ClearPath for Veterans, and we started to offer other programming like our peer support program. So we have peer mentors that work throughout New York. The job of the peer mentor is to walk shoulder to shoulder with that veteran or service member to support them in whatever it is they may be dealing with in their life at that time. We are not clinicians or mental health specialists. We are just there to be a support for that person. That could be anything from helping them find employment, housing, legal services, transportation, you name it, or just be a listening ear, just somebody there to support that person. We also provide, we also offer employment services. We call it Warriors Working. We work with veterans to help them find employment, and we work with employers to help them identify qualified veterans that could work with them. We have a very effective program that's utilized throughout the state. It's been a very successful part of our programming. We have a wellness program, various modalities in the world of wellness, from acupuncture to massage and Reiki and things like that.
I find it interesting that you work with the dogs, and Lori, you work with horses.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the value of animals, taking your mind perhaps out of yourself enough to realize what it is you need help with, kind of, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Right.
it makes for a great partnership.
Oh, sure.
Right.
I think, or we think, that's one of the great pieces of this relationship is, the value that the 2 organizations together bring. It's really, I think it's quite unique to be able to work together in this way.
So you're here today to talk about an event on Sunday, September 17th, a poker run and reception and party and everything called Bets for Vets. And we're going to get into that and have some details, but I need to take a quick break first. So we'll talk more veterans, services, help, and fun. That counts too. We'll be right back on Wall Radio. It's 8:20 at Wall Radio. We're at 70 degrees. Oh, the temperature's finally starting to go up. I was really comfortable at 67. But anyway, we're comfortable with our guests in the studio here. Lori Bryceland is here. Pete Maraday is here to talk about veterans issues and to talk about this event, September 17th. Bets for Vets. So, Bets for Vets. What are you betting on?
What are we betting on? Well, we're betting on...
People having
I
a
don't know
good
what to
time?
say to that. Yeah, people having a great time.
There you go.
Hopefully a beautiful day. We're betting on a beautiful day with a lot of participation by riders from all over the Hudson
It's a
Valley.
motorcycle
Poker
run.
Poker run,
Right?
yeah.
And okay, so that starts at the Orange County Veterans Memorial Cemetery. This is Sunday, September 17th. It starts 9 a.m., kickstands up at 10, it says. But then there's a party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're calling it a reception, but the ride ends at Motorcyclepedia Museum in Newburgh.
I have not been inside there yet.
You have to come. It's very
I
cool.
hear it is
Even if you're not
amazing.
into motorcycles, it's a great piece of history, and it's really neat. Like, I love the Batman
Yeah, it's
mobile
unique.
and all kinds of fun stuff. And they have a kids area. The kids can come and play. And as soon as you walk in the front door, there's a skeleton of a T-Rex, right? Which is
something
so
like that,
cool.
T-Rex riding a motorcycle?
I don't know how it's tied
Okay.
together, but
They
it's
did
just
that.
really
They
cool.
did that.
Yeah.
It's a very unique place. If it's one of the largest, if not the largest collections, I think, of motorcycles anywhere in the country, and it's a great piece of history.
Yeah.
They've done an amazing job there. If you're really into bikes, I believe it's the largest collection of Indian motorcycles anywhere.
Oh,
A
yeah.
classic American bike.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a perfect spot for this gathering, for this event. We'll have a number of food trucks there and some organizations represented on site,
and music and prizes and
yeah,
a lot of things. So
prizes for the poker run.
So I am allowed to call it a party, right?
You can
Oh
call
yeah,
it
it's a
absolutely.
party.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
be partying and
We'll be-
celebrating.
absolutely.
So if I could chime in, Kate, it's the purpose for the fundraiser is twofold. The registration for was it $30? The
$30
$30
registration
ahead of time. Yeah.
will support the fundraising for the Legion to
the American
The
Legion.
the American
Uh-huh.
Legion to bring youth as guardians on the Honor Flight. So I don't know if our listeners are familiar with the Honor Flight, but
Sure, a lot of people are.
So they've started this new campaign to train the youth, to train high school students to become guardians for the Honor Flight, which
That's
is just a great.
wonderful. The guardian goes along, and each veteran that goes on the Honor Flight has their own guardian, somebody to be with them, to help them up and down stairs,
Right.
to push a wheelchair if necessary, to carry their jacket, to do absolutely anything for them. So that all the veteran has to do is enjoy the day.
Right. And the power of pairing youth with veterans is actually a big motivation for the Clear Path and Victory Hill collaboration, because the second part of this fundraiser, the reception portion, where we are seeking sponsorships and donations, those funds will support the collaborative project between Clear Path for Veterans and Victory Hill. Our goal is to purchase a property together. Currently, we operate in separate locations. We would really like to bring our organizations together in one location to just kind of double down on the services we're able to offer to those that each of us serve.
Okay.
So by taking the youth and veterans that Victory Hill serves and pairing them with the veterans that Clear Path serves, we can just create a beautiful collaboration between youth and veterans. We believe very, very strongly in pairing them together. For example, we have a program that services children in foster care and at-risk youth and special needs children. Can you imagine the wonderful purpose that the veterans would feel becoming mentors and volunteers that work directly with those children?
Oh, sure.
So, and vice versa, to give veterans the role of mentoring and being a good role model for our youth today. We just believe that's a winning combination. So both parts of this fundraiser support that effort to pair youth with veterans for a mutually beneficial relationship.
Wow.
It also gives Clear Path for Veterans an opportunity to establish their brick and mortar presence in the Hudson Valley, and that would be a huge development for us. In this neck of the woods, we cover 8 counties down here, so having that facility with Lori would go a long way toward expanding our programming in the Hudson Valley. We presently have a 78-acre facility in central New York, and any veteran, military member, or family member is welcome there anytime.
Okay.
We also have an office in Vestal, over by Binghamton, and an office in the city of Syracuse. But it's our goal to establish something similar to what's upstate here in the Hudson Valley. And
Okay.
this is an ideal way in my mind and Lori's.
And
to
you
do
get
that.
out in the community. It's a fun day, but for a great cause.
Yeah.
So where can people go to find more information on this? Perhaps on the
So
wall board
currently-
at
yeah.
wallradio.com.
Yep. Another great place would be at the Victory Hill website. So again, that's victoryhillth.org. There is a menu option for Bets for Vets. You just click on that and all of the information will be there. You can register, purchase your tickets there. You can make a donation
Make a
there.
donation there, yeah.
Yep. So
We do have it on the wall board. I just checked.
Excellent.
Oh, great.
Yes,
That's
so
great.
that's September
Thank you.
17th. Look it up on the calendar. And Pete, Clear Path for Veterans is listed on our Veterans Resources
Yes, thank
page
you.
at wallradio.com. So we've known you for a
For a
little
little
while.
while,
It's
yeah.
nice to get to know you, Lori, and the services that you're providing for veterans and for everyone.
great.
So got a couple of minutes left. If you have anything else that you wanted to
Yeah.
say, I know
So
that you mentioned
we both
a couple
have
of
additional
other
events coming up
Yeah.
soon. So I would like to invite all of the veterans out there listening to a Veterans Retreat Day we are having on September 23rd. So if you've always been curious about equine assisted services and never had the opportunity to experience it, or even if you are a longtime beneficiary of equine services, regardless, I would like to invite you out to our beautiful farm on September 23rd from 11 to 3. We're doing a little mini retreat day for veterans. It is a wonderful experience. This will be our fourth one this summer. And each time they get better and better. And each time the veterans really talk about how the experience in just a few hours was life-changing.
Oh,
So
wow.
I do invite you to come on out to the farm. Information for that is also located on our website. So again, it's a little Veterans Equine Retreat Day on September 23rd. Then on October 14th, we have our biggest fundraiser for our individual organization happens on October 14th right here in Port Jervis. It is called the Road Rally. And it's actually a community-wide scavenger hunt that is
Ooh.
so much fun. And it's really, it's an incredibly fun day, fantastically fun day, I like to say. So again, details for that are on our website. So check that out, the Road Rally on October 14th. So Pete, I'll give you the last minute.
Yeah, first I want to encourage your listening audience to please consider joining us on the 17th.
Yes.
Please come out. Even if you don't ride, we'd love to see you at Motorcyclepedia. We'll be there from 10 to 2, and just to join us and kind of come over, learn more about what we do and why we do it, and support us. If you're interested in sponsorship, that would be fantastic. We'd appreciate that very much. And again, the registration is $30. I believe it's $35 at the event. When starting out at the Orange County Veterans Cemetery. What do we have going on? September 24th, along the same lines, is the Ride for Clear Path. It's not here, it's upstate, but it's a big event for Clear Path for veterans. So I plugged that in case somebody gets adventurous and they want to. We've had people do it, ride up to Clear Path and join us for the event up there. So that's Sunday, September 24th. There's information on our website at www.clearpathforvets.com. Very easy. It's the number 4. Vets.com. And September 30th, we are having our first Hudson Valley Wellness Day. My coworker in the Hudson Valley, Jonathan Winfield, did a great job. He put together an event where we'll have a day. It's like a 1-day retreat centered around wellness, yoga, and other fitness-related programs.
And that'll be where?
And I'm sorry, at the Elks Club in Brewster. In Putnam County. So we try to move around because we're in different counties.
Cover a lot of counties.
Cover a lot of counties,
yes.
So we try to spread the wealth.
Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a joy to do it.
So the main thing to remember right now, Bets for Vets.
Yes.
Sunday, September 17th. It's a poker run and a reception. And you can find a link to it if you go to the Veterans Resources page on wallradio.com, or if you go to the wall board at wallradio.com. We're happy to support all these services for veterans. Thank you for making the drive here to come to us today.
Thank you very
Thanks so much for
It was
having us,
great
Kate.
being here. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. It's 8:31 at Wall Radio. Let's get into the news update.